Good day, July 1, Year of the Lord 2025. I read in the news a comment of Senator Ping Lacson on the impeachment trial of VP Sara. Kung babasahin natin, this was published in an online news outlet, Politico. Quote, "Ang nakakahiya dito, kung halimbawa majority 13 ang nagsabi dismiss natin, dudulog sila sa Supreme Court. Ang nakakahiya, pag na-reverse kami." End quote. No? Senator Panfilo Lacson, June 30, 2025, no? On the possible dismissal of VP Sara's impeachment complaint. No? So, sino ba si Panfilo Lacson? Of course, we know that he is a veteran lawmaker, no? A senator. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, no, this would be his third impeachment trial, no, as a senator judge. No. First was the impeachment trial supposed to be of then Ombudsman Mercedes Gutierrez, but Gutierrez, as I've said last time, resigned before the trial in the Senate would even start. And of course, the impeachment trial of then Supreme Court Chief Justice Renato Corona. Isa siya sa mga senator judges doon. So, hindi siya rookie, no, pagdating sa impeachment trial kasi may experience na siya. And history would tell us that he was one of those who voted guilty, no, in the impeachment trial of Renato Corona, no, the late Chief Justice Renato Corona. And history would also tell us that napaka controversial, no, yung nangyari kay Chief Justice Renato Corona, because some would say that pinag-initan siya ni Noynoy Aquino, no, dahil dun sa desisyon niya sa Hacienda Luisita, no, na ipamigay yung Hacienda Luisita sa mga farmers. No? Doon siya na dali ni Noynoy Aquino. No? But even before the Hacienda Luisita decision, medyo pinag-iinitan na talaga siya noon ni Noynoy Aquino kasi there was one event where he and Noynoy Aquino, Noynoy as a president and he as a Chief Justice, were present, no? Tapos parang hindi siya pinansin, no? And then the Hacienda Luisita decision came out, and Noynoy Aquino was saying that, well, he basically did not recognize the position of Chief Justice Renato Corona because he believed in his heart, no, that yung appointment ni GMA kang Renato Corona was a midnight appointment. But of course, we know that that is not legally correct because the Supreme Court already decided on that particular issue. No? Sabi ng Supreme Court, ang appointments to the judiciary, ang ang prohibition sa Constitution that the President cannot make appointments, no? Uh, uh, days before mag-end ang kanyang term. Ang tinatawag niya na midnight appointment. Hindi mag-a-apply sa appointments by the President, of the President to the judiciary. So, hindi covered si Renato Corona talaga sa midnight appointment ban. But just the same, kasi nga pinag-initan siya, sinasabi na midnight appointee siya, no? Then again, doon nagka initan, no? O, hindi naman talaga pinersonal ni si Renato Corona, but na personal siya, no? Ni Pinoy, no? And then according to them, it was an operation. He was really, his neck was really, or the president was really up against Renato Corona, no? So na-impeach siya, no? Tapos sa impeachment, parang hindi nila masyado ma-prove yung articles of impeachment. Tapos nag-introduce sila ng mga bagong ebidensya, no? Yung may isang accusation doon na sabi nila na si Renato Corona ay nag-amass ng ill-gotten wealth, no? Tsaka he was not truthful in the declaration in his statement of assets, liabilities, and net worth ng SALN. Tapos yung depensa ni Corona is pwede naman makorek because under the SALN law may remedy, no, for the affiant to correct the mistake, no? But that was the ground by which the impeachment court, of which Ping Lacson was part of, the ground that they convicted Renato Corona, no? Failure to declare, no, all assets in the SALN. Tapos inakusahan nila si Corona ng ill-gotten wealth. Now, it was a controversial decision because months after Corona was convicted, Jingo Estrada, no, came out and said that they were bribed, no, to cast a vote of conviction, no, against Renato Corona. In fact, sabi niya, no, according to him, they were given 50 million each, no, to convict, no, Renato Corona. And well, after he was convicted, Renato Corona was prosecuted for graft and corruption, ill-gotten wealth, no, in the Sandigan Bayan. Probably he could not accept what happened to him because years after that he died of cardiac arrest, no, inatake sa puso. In fact, may Supreme Court decision regarding that, no, kasi pagkatapos niyang mamatay, sumulat yung misis niya, no, yung widow niya, no, si Cristina Corona, sa Supreme Court para i-release yung benefits, no, ni Renato Corona. Tapos sabi ng Supreme Court, since ang penalty sa impeachment was only removal from office, and considering that Renato Corona died while his criminal cases were pending, so the death of Renato Corona would also mean acquittal. So since hindi na-acquit siya, kasi namatay siya, hindi ma-forfeit yung retirement benefits niya. So binigay sa asawa niya. No? And then I think just this year, the Sandigan Bayan ruled, no, acquitting Corona of all the crimes that he was accused of committing, no, as an offshoot to the impeachment trial. And Ping Lacson was one of them. He was one of the senator judges who voted to convict Renato Corona. We are not saying that he was bribed, of course not. No? But, well, that is a perception. No? Because, well, Jinggoy came out in the open and said that he was bribed. No? And to convict Renato Corona. So, now, Ping Lacson, as far as I'm concerned, he's trying to gaslight, no, his co-senator judges in the impeachment trial of VP Sara. Of course, Ping Lacson is a bright senator, no? He knows what he's talking about. No? Of course, he also knows that the impeachment court the impeachment trial is sui generis, no? Sui generis, and he also knows that the Senate is the sole judge of all impeachment cases, no? And so therefore, the decision of the impeachment court whether to acquit or to convict, no, VP Sara is not appealable to the Supreme Court. There is no appeal there. Probably he's referring to grave abuse of discretion, no? Amounting to lack of excessive jurisdiction. So if what he's trying to say is that if they will dismiss the impeachment complaint without undergoing trial, no, that is grave abuse of discretion. That is as far as Ping Lacson is concerned. No? And so, if there is grave abuse of discretion, the prosecutors would probably go up to the Supreme Court on certiorari, no? That is a special civil action, questioning, no, the dismissal on the ground that the senator judges gravely abused their discretion. No? But grave abuse of discretion is very hard to prove. No? Very hard to prove. Because you need to prove that the action of the senator judges would be capricious, no? Wanton, no? In disregard of the rules. No? And I don't think voting on a motion to dismiss would be capricious and against the rules, because although the rules on the impeachment trial of the Senate, no, has no express provision on motion to dismiss, but the word motion is mentioned. No? Now, in fact, any senator judges can make a motion, no, on the floor and voted on that motion. And not only that, the parties also, the plaintiff and the defendant, can make a motion, no? And the senator judges will vote on it. No? And I think a motion to dismiss is not different from any other motions that the senator judges or any of the parties can make, no, during trial. No? And so if there is a bona fide issue and it is through a motion, then the senators would vote on the motion, and assuming that motion is a motion to dismiss, no? An affirmative defense of lack of jurisdiction as alleged in the answer of VP Sara, and they vote on it, and the motion to dismiss is granted, then I don't think that's grave abuse of discretion. So walang grave abuse of discretion dyan. So he wants, of course, a trial, no? And sa akin lang si Ping Lacson kasi gusto niya mag-trial kasi according to him, he wants to see the evidence of the prosecutor. Pero alam naman natin nakita natin yung mga ebidensya ng prosecutor. Sa TRICOM hearing pa lang, nakita na natin yung ebidensya na piatos, no? Kine-question nila yung the use of confidential funds in 11 days, etc. But that is not enough. Is that a violation of the law? And who can say that is a violation of the law? COA, no? Is Congress empowered to or authorized to do an audit on the confidential funds of the Vice President? Of course not. No? So Lacson is leaning towards a situation where the prosecution can present evidence, and of course we know what kind of evidence would that be, no? And they would want to box, no, VP Sara for maximum propaganda, and we all know that Ping Lacson is not really a guy who who leans towards the Duterte's, no? More or less identified siya sa Pinks, si Ping Lacson. So he may appear neutral, but he's not. No? He's more or less like Tito Soto. No? He appears to be neutral, but he's not. In the same manner, Chis Escudero also appears to be neutral, but he's not. No? These guys are veteran politicians. They know where to position themselves. No? Of course, for their own benefit. Okay, so para sa akin ng credibility yan, si Ping Lacson, na magsabi na baka magalit ang taong bayan, no? Baka mapahiya sila, no? Gaslighting lang yan, as far as I'm concerned. Okay? Same with the sentiments of Risa Hontiveros. Same. Of course, she would want a full-blown trial because that would be an avenue for her to grandstand and to maximize, no, the anti-VP Sara propaganda, no? And hopefully destroy the reputation of the Vice President. Okay? Okay, now, our next topic is yung nangyari sa 3rd District of Manila, no? Ang nanalo sa election si Joey Uy, tapos ang natalo si Benny Abante. Tapos kinestyon ni Benny Abante yung nationality, no, ni Joey Uy. Apparently si Joey Uy, Chinese yung tatay niya, no, immigrant. Nanay niya Filipino. Tapos nag-asawa sila, no? Ngayon na naturalize yung tatay niya in 1962 na sinilang si Joey Uy, no? At that time naturalize na yung tatay niya. Tapos yung nanay niya Filipino pa rin, no? Ngayon ang mag-a-apply kasi kay Joey Uy is ang 1934 Constitution. And sa 1934 Constitution kasi, ang natural-born Filipinos, in-enumerate yan. Until now, may enumeration naman sa 87 Constitution as to who are natural-born Filipino citizens. Ang nakalagay doon, kung ang tatay mo Pilipino, at the time you're born, natural-born ang tatay mo, Pilipino ka. Tapos kung ang nanay mo lang ang Pilipino, ikaw, when you reach the age of majority, which is 18 years old, you must, elect, no? Filipino citizenship para maging Pilipino ka. Tapos ang nangyari kay Joey Oy, tumakbo siya, no, ng konsehal sa Manila. Tunalo siya more than 2 decades, no? Tapos nag-aaral siya sa Pilipinas. Question is, would that be enough to say that Joey Oy already elected Filipino citizenship? May mga Supreme Court decisions, no, as to the manner by which a person can elect Filipino citizenship, no? Sa batas kasi, mag-execute ka ng affidavit, tapos register mo yung affidavit mo sa local civil registrar or to the Department of Foreign Affairs. I-register mo na Filipino ka, no? Nag-elect ka ng Filipino citizenship. But tapos sumumpa ka, no, sa konstitusyon. But is that the only way by which a person can elect Filipino citizenship? How about overt acts, no? Like enrolling in a public school in the Philippines for so many years, no? Running for public office, no? Yung pag-apply mo sa petition mo for a public sa election, no? May mga source statements doon eh. So would that not be enough to say that Joey Oy already elected Filipino citizenship? We will not dwell into that matter because that is sub judice, no? I think they have elevated the matter to the Supreme Court. But yun yung story ni Joey Oy at ni Benny Abante. Talo talaga si Benny Abante, no? In light of the recent decision of the Supreme Court, no, tinanggal na yung second placer doctrine o rule. Wala talagang panalo si Benny Abante. Only that, sabi ng Supreme, ng COMELEC, hindi pa final na secretary yung Pax Maguindanao occasion eh. Yung tinanggal na yung second placer rule kasi may file sila ng motion for reconsideration. But just the same, no? Hindi rin final executory yung kay Benny Abante na COMELEC and bank decision disqualifying Joey Oy because ineliberate mo Joey Oy sa Supreme Court eh. But na-proclaim na si Joey Oy tapos nag-take out na rin siya. So under the Constitution, pag na-proclaim na, take out na yung winner, mawawala na sa COMELEC yung jurisdiction, no, as to the qualifications of that candidate, no? Kasi hindi na siya candidate, winner na siya. So technically member na siya sa House of Representatives. So sino ang dapat mag-adjudicate? Kung qualified ba si Joey Oy talaga, kung natural-born Filipino? Ang House of Representatives Electoral Tribunal. So doon dapat pag-usapan yun. Hindi na sa COMELEC, wala nang jurisdiction ng COMELEC. That is as far as I am concerned, no? Sa limited facts na nakita ko sa kaso. Now, bakit nag-i-insist si Abante? Of course, alam mo naman yung ugali ni Abante sa TRICOM hearing. He was basically an attack dog, no? He was so hubris ba, of Abante in that hearing was such that he disregarded the basic human rights of the witnesses there, no? Especially that policeman, no? Si Colonel Grijaldo, na pinahiya nila, no? Tapos kinulong pa talaga nila, sinight nila in contempt. Tapos yung mga pro-Duterte vloggers, no? Na pinaiyak na yung mga babae, no? Pinahiya niya, no? On national television. So Abante was acting not as a lawmaker there. He was acting like a rabid, no? Attack dog of the Marcos administration. So malaki yung pusta niya doon. Kaya malaki rin yung interest niya talaga na to remain in power and to participate in the impeachment trial. And kaya nga nung election, isa siya sa mga kandidato na nagpunta si VP Sara para mag-campaign against sa kanya, no? Kasi tatlo yan sila sa Manila, si Chua, siya, tsaka si yung may bigote, no? Sila yung mga rabid talaga na anti-Sara, no? Members of Quadco. But anyway, we will see, no, how these things will pan out, no? And I think if the threat of VP Sara on exposing the scheme of the enemy, no, in the impeachment would be true, no? Ito na yun, no? Umpisa na. Kasi naniniwala ako na yung sabi niya bloodbath, hindi yun actual talaga na bloodbath or doon sa impeachment court mismo mangyayari, no? May drama yan outside sa impeachment court, no? May exposés, no? Kung mangyayari man yan doon sa impeachment court, well, we will see, no? But if walang trial, hindi, of course, mangyayari yan, no? So outside sa impeachment court mangyayari yung bloodbath, no? Yung reckoning ba, yung sabi ni VP Sara, mag-uumpisa na yan. Okay? Okay, so thank you for listening. See you next time.